All right, welcome. So let's just jump right into it. I normally post my charts on Twitter, but it's hard to give a comprehensive viewpoint just based on what Twitter allows within their text boxes. So what I'd like to do today is just go over Bitcoin, big overview from the weekly chart. We'll look at the 4-hour chart, and then we'll look at the 1-hour chart. If you're not following on Twitter, at Dark Horse Block 1, post charts most days of the week, covers several cryptos, at least on a weekly basis, sometimes every few days, depending on the action. All right, so if we start from left to right, so this is starting with basically the 2017-2018 bull run. This was the last bull market cycle. So it's labeled here as a primary wave 3. And as you can see here, these red numbers here, these are the intermediate waves. So we have a wave 1 going up, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. That bull cycle topped in December 2017 and then eventually bottomed in December 2018. And so that's where I placed this arrow here. That was the start of the current bull market. It was actually in December 2018, at least for Bitcoin. There are a few coins that actually bottomed over here, where Bitcoin has its second wave. But Bitcoin and really most of the market actually bottomed here and therefore started their bull market back in December 2018. Now for the current bull market cycle, so this was a primary wave 4, and now we're currently working our way up in primary wave 5. So from December all the way until June, the prices rallied upwards to form a top right around over 13,000 in intermediate wave 1. So then from June, prices corrected downward in wave A of 2 all the way until November, December. This doesn't look like much, but it's actually about a 50% drop. After that, prices rallied pretty strongly, gained back almost everything, topped in February. I think the actual day of the top was February 14th. And then from there, it collapsed to form wave C of 2, and that ended this intermediate wave 2. Turned out to be a great buying opportunity from there. Intermediate wave 3, typically wave 3s give most of the gains or have the most price movement, can often last longer. So we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 to complete this intermediate wave 3, leading into this correction here. So this correction is this red wave 4, that's intermediate wave 4, which, depending on how you label it, may have bottomed, may not have. I currently have this labeled as wave A of 4, rallying in wave B. There is another way to look at it, which would consider the whole thing to be done here. And then we would be moving higher in this red wave 5. Looking at the circle here, there is a little bit of similarity between what we're getting now and what happened in intermediate wave 2. We had a long decline, rallied hard, and then collapsed. Long decline, rallying. Now the question is, are we going to collapse and put in new lows before heading back up, or is it just going to shoot straight to the moon? Hopefully we'll find that out in the next couple of weeks as Bitcoin either breaks through some more key support levels or starts turning lower. I think either scenario's possible, but regardless of which one happens, we're still missing a wave 5 to this bull market. That's another one of these big red waves going up. So basically, even if it goes down and takes out these lows, everybody's going to be saying that that this was a bull trap. We're in a bear market. Bull market's over. I don't think that's the case. Even if it goes down, we still need a fifth wave, at least within the context of an Elliott wave model, to complete this full bull market cycle. And then once that's done, then it should go lower. And actually, I think as far as a price target, once the whole bull market ends, it'll probably wind up back around where we are right now. If you look at this, we need wave 4 here. See this top of wave 3, bottom of wave 4? We actually ended almost right at the top of that wave 3. Often fourth waves can mark support levels for the next incoming correction. All right, so that's a big overview. Let's jump into the 4-hour chart. So 4-hour chart, so if we look at, we start from our potential bottom of the correction. So June 22nd. I went ahead and this FGI, that's the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. I just overlaid it over a few of the prices just for my own tracking. I want to see how well it actually correlates with price movement in real time. Might incorporate some of that sentiment analysis with my projections later, depending on how well it works. All right, so this bottom here, this is either the end of wave 4 or it's wave A of 4. I have it labeled as wave A. The reason I have it labeled as wave A is because this initial rebound to me looks corrective. We have kind of a 3-wave move up, move down. Now this can be labeled as 5 waves. If you zoom in here, look at the subwaves, it can be 5, but it's still a 5, 3, 5, and then this comes down and overlaps. So really, it's, regardless of how you count it, it's a net 3-wave pattern. And 3-wave patterns are corrective. 5-wave pattern in the direction of the trend, that is what suggests that there's a true trend reversal. There's a way to count this where you could say that maybe this breaks down into 5 waves and could be a wave 1, and maybe this is an expanded flat for wave 2, which would make this a wave 3, either a wave 3, or we have a wave A. Now this would be a wave A, a wave B, and then a wave C. So either wave 3 or wave C. So wave C would mean it's a correction. Wave 3 would mean that we really bottomed and we are resuming the longer term uptrend. All right, so this B wave here, this also suggests that we possibly haven't bottomed. The only real way to completely roll it out is to make a new all-time high, but in the meantime, I'm watching key support levels to break through and some key Fibonacci resistance levels to break through. And so far, Bitcoin's done a pretty good job of breaking through a few of them during this rally. All right, so we have a wave A here, either a wave B or a wave 2, and then looking at this, either way, we should get a 5-wave move up. So this, whether it's a wave C or a wave 3, we should still get a 5-wave impulsive pattern, bringing prices higher. And the tricky part is that C waves are also third waves. And so the price that you get can often look identical. But here, if we start in here, we have a wave 1 higher, wave 2, wave 3, we'll zigzag here for wave 4, and then right now we're moving up in wave 5, so we have maybe a 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, 4 of 5, and this should be part of wave 5 of 5, so that should wrap up this wave 5, and also either this wave C or wave 3, whichever one it is. Once this leg up is finished, we'd expect a pullback regardless. If we start getting steep price declines and 5 waves moving lower, that would support the idea that this was a corrective pattern, this was a B wave, and that the overall trend is still down and that the bottom may not be in. If we get something like a 3-wave pullback and then price starts advancing again in a 5-wave pattern, then that supports the bullish case where bottom was in back here where I have this A, and that we actually have reversed and prices should still continue higher, even though we'll have pullbacks along the way. Now, one thing that I do watch closely are these Fibonacci levels. So these are the Fibonacci retracement levels from the bottom here to the all-time high. And it does seem to be respecting those levels, which these are levels that I would expect to be more respected with a correction compared to an impulsive move. But we can see here that, so these fib levels here, the blue lines, have clearly marked support levels, resistance levels, and consolidation zones. So if we move our way up here, so initially just broke right through this 23.6% fib retracement, did come back to back test it, bounced from there, met resistance right at that 38.2% level. Now this orange line, this is the volume weighted average price from the peak. And also coincided with this 382 retracement. So resistance here, came back down, found support right at that 0.236 level again. Here, back tested again, and then has since been resuming higher. So they come up here, back tested at 382 retracement a couple more times. Next level of resistance, pretty much clearly going up until it hit the 50% level. So this 50% retracement came down, hit it again, came down, found support of this 50-period moving average, considering that to be a 4th wave. And then now moving up in wave 5 of 5, so finally broke through, but still came back tested it right now, sitting just above it, consolidating along this support. I do think that this probably has at least one more move up to finish this. If it keeps heading higher, the next level that I would watch would be this 61.8% retracement level, right at about 51K. All right, so on the 1-hour chart, if we zoom into this, so what we have here, the bottom starting there, looks like we have, so potentially here a 1, 2, here. Lead wave 3. This might be a 4 or part of a 4, so this could be an A, B, maybe C of a 4. And then might see it pulling up higher in wave 5 to complete this pattern. However high it goes, but this wave 5 of 5 should still divide into 5 subwaves if you zoom in even closer. All right, so that's where I'm at Bitcoin at the moment. Right now, the short-term trend is clearly pointed higher. So even if you're bearish expecting a pullback, as of now, the trend is still up. Really has not reversed yet.